Can I introduce Helena? Helena Egan, who is the sales manager, destination marketing, EMEA and Asia for TripAdvisor. And Helena is a good friend who is saying exciting things about TripAdvisor. Would you like to say something interesting about you?
Something interesting about me? Well, although I have lived in 6 countries, mainly around Europe, I am from the country that has something very exciting, which is Father Christmas. Anyone? No, you too, because you know. Finland, of course. So I'm very proud to be Finnish. It's not relevant to what I'm going to be saying about. Can you hear me?
Yeah, fine.
Yes, I'm loud anyway. What I wanted to do today is have a little chat about TripAdvisor, but mainly concentrating on what do travelers do on TripAdvisor? What are the trends? What are the changes? And when I say what does it all mean to you, it's really concentrating on how you can benefit from TripAdvisor. So how you can use the user-generated content to your own benefit. So first I wanted to know how many of you have used TripAdvisor for leisure travel? And how many of you are using TripAdvisor for your business? Okay, that's pretty good. And one more question, how many of you are members of TripAdvisor? How many of you have contributed putting up photos, reviews? Wow. Okay, I'm impressed. Because if you look at the TripAdvisor audience, we are the world's largest travel site. So in July, we beat the 40 million unique users a month mark. But equally, we only have, and I'm saying only, 20 million members. So our member user base, or member usership, represents about 5 to 6% of our total usership, which is quite interesting. So when Hedwig's talking about recording what people do, what they book, what they say, in TripAdvisor, really the 95% of the audience using TripAdvisor has not become a member. So we can track their IP address, we know which country they're coming from, but that's really all we know about them unless we use companies like TGI Europe, TGI UK to have a look at their demographics. Where do I point again? Up there? Oh, okay. So unique users, I think this is the interesting, I'm not going to go to massive amount of figures, facts and figures, but the interesting thing about this is Europe has grown massively for TripAdvisor. We were started in 2000, so we're 10 years old. We had our lovely anniversary party at WTM. I hope some of you, at least Justin was there, and Dimitrios. Exactly, that's a very good advice. So our European usership has grown massively, and intriguingly countries such as Greece, Poland, Russia, Turkey, where we launched new domains, are growing. Now we're moving into APAC very heavily. We started up our Singapore office, launched our site in Thai language. We also have a Japanese and Chinese site. Our Chinese site is being called Dao Dao. Everywhere else in the world we call TripAdvisor. If you look at the UK marketplace, and this is just to understand how the marketplace has changed. If you look at the main players in the marketplace in 2006 on the UK market, it was very much Expedia, Last Minute, Thomson, ourselves, and so on. But it wasn't a very busy marketplace. If you move up into 2010, it's massive increase in competition. So you can see lots of new sites coming up, lots of the media sites coming up, but you can also see where the concentration is, and we're very proud of being in this place because we work equally with hotels, we work with OTAs, we work with airlines. As you know, TripAdvisor is a non-transactional site. So it's nice, sort of almost like a safe, lovely place for a consumer to be at. So they can share their opinions, they can interact with the site or just absorb the information, but they're not necessarily being sold anything to. They have to leave the site to make a purchase. Little bit about Facebook. So how many of you, okay, Facebook question has already been asked. How many of you have used this application, Cities I Visited? Quite a few. Why this is important for TripAdvisor, not only because it's our own application and not only that we're getting 5 million new pins every day, it's a bit scary, is what we've done now is Facebook Connect. So when you're on TripAdvisor, if you're a TripAdvisor member and you have a Facebook account, if you connect these 2 accounts, you're in a situation like I was doing this. I looked at Thessaloniki, and 4 of my friends, including Dimitrios, have been to Thessaloniki. And if there's a yellow little tap there, it means that these guys are giving me advice on this destination. If you're looking at Athens, a little more have been there. And if there's a little blue star there, it means that it's their favorite place. Furthermore, this means that now on TripAdvisor, you can have a personal conversation with your friends. So rather than just using strangers' opinions, you can actually contact your friends and have their opinion on the destination. And also, you can ask this question publicly, so you can post it on your wall, which means that all your friends will see it, or you can ask it privately. So this is just another way we're trying to enhance the site and also bring in slightly younger audience, because traditionally TripAdvisor audience has been sort of 35 plus, which I don't count old, but older, I guess, in a social media space. And then if you look at London, the places that, you know, obviously the more common travel places such as London will have much more people who've been there. Additionally, we do something called like, which is obviously most of you will know from Facebook. So this is a good way as well to get people to like your destination on TripAdvisor. We like sharing, so we like going viral and spreading the content. So if you post a review on TripAdvisor, we'll ask it to be shared on Facebook. You post a photo. Okay, I'm stuck again. On TripAdvisor, we ask you to share it on Twitter. So and this is all going to tie in together what I'm going to say in a minute. So all the content that goes on TripAdvisor, we're quite happy to share it. So a little bit more about TripAdvisor. So we really cover all the four corners of the traveler's experience. So first of all, where to go. About destinations, about cities. We've got a huge amount of pages. How many destinations do we have in here? So whether you're a city or region or anywhere in the world, if you work for a tourism organization or tourist board. Few. Okay, so it's very important that you have a look what information is there already on your destination. Then how to get there. We've got websites such as Cruise Critic, we've got Seat Guru, we have our flight meta search now live in UK and .com domains. Seat Guru is quite funky. So you have a review for every single seat in every single airplane in the world. I did tell you Dutch people love this for obvious reasons. And obviously then where to stay, which has been the cornerstone of our site from the beginning. However, people who were in Innsbruck don't answer this question, but how big percentage do you think from TripAdvisor traffic goes to looking at accommodations and hotels? What did I say? Lots of people in Innsbruck said 90, 95, 85. It is about 30, 40%. So the destinations have really almost taken over. So it has become a place of inspiration for people to really look into where they want to go, and then additionally what they want to do in where they want to eat and so on. I'm having a really hard time with this. And this is a little bit about the whole process of, I asked this question earlier, about the whole process of planning a trip. There's the inspiration, the informed research, booking, travel, and then reviewing. When you look at TripAdvisor audience, when they go to TripAdvisor, they have an idea what kind of destination they want to go to, but they haven't necessarily pinpointed this. And this was really cool because we work with all the OTAs. We work with Booking.com, Last Minute, Expedia, Portland Travel, I mean, loads and loads of different OTAs. And sometimes they want to share their information with us or share their results. And if you look at this, they were promoting Greece against Greece. But equally, this OTA was selling Spain, Cyprus, Turkey, Italy, and so on. Only about half of the people who clicked through to this OTA's website to purchase this destination, only about half of them booked that destination. 44% booked a competitive destination, relevant one. 3% went long haul because this OTA was offering that option. So what we're looking at is about 40% of TripAdvisor users actually come very early on a decision-making process on TripAdvisor. I know, I am. There you go. This is interesting. How many hoteliers do we have in here? Ooh, a lot. Not that many. I might leave after this. What is the biggest influence when booking a hotel? And this is based on our traveler trends, so this is based on our member traffic. One of the biggest things is traveler reviews. And this is so important that you have your stuff right on TripAdvisor. I mean, convenience of location is very important as well. Budget, not that important. So if you look at our audience on TripAdvisor, they're really looking at finding the best experience and spending their money the best way they can. Oh. And travelers are getting much more selective. So basically, you can look at business reviews, couples reviews, family reviews. We had a great example last week in Innsbruck. We stayed in a nice hotel. It was a nice hotel if you're on a skiing trip. But would I have looked, or my boss who booked it, would he have looked the business reviews, we would have found out that there's no internet connection in the hotel because it's a leisure hotel. And they had a dial-up that was down the whole time we were there, which meant, you know, we had more leisure time than ever because we couldn't get online. But these are the things people look at. So basically, there are a lot of hotels which are great, like resort hotels, which are great for leisure. But you have to be able to provide the information whether it's good for business travelers. Because if it isn't, don't give them a bad experience because they're going to write about it. Going back to the fact that actually the power of the positive opinion is extremely strong. So we have 45% of all the reviews on TripAdvisor are 5-star, followed by 27% 4-star. So really the positive reviews completely overpower the negative reviews. What does this all mean to you? How many of you have been to our Owners Centre? Not bad. What our Owners Centre does is, for example, I'm staying at the OMB Athens Boutique Hotel, being the #2 hotel on TripAdvisor, and that's how I chose it, looking at that there was free internet as well. What you can do is you sign up as an owner. You can add photos, you can add videos. If you're a destination, you can do the same. If you're a tour operator, you're DMC, if you're attraction or restaurant, you can list yourself as resource. So all the stuff that I'm going to be talking about now is completely free for you. Add your photos and videos. This is a good example. Tourism Turkey added these videos in 2007. They haven't added one video since, but they've had 55,000 video views. And additionally to this, the consumers rate their videos. So you get an idea of what they like and what they don't. If you're a hotel, upload your videos in there, get the consumers to have a look at them, upload your images, make sure that if there are images that you dislike about your property being there, go and upload your own. You're very welcome to, but just label them that you're the owner. And if we're not YouTube by any means, but if anyone goes into Turkey as a destination or Greece as a destination on TripAdvisor and watches a destination video, they'll do it because they want to travel there. They're not doing it because they want to find something funny. Okay, Dimitrios covered this a bit already, obviously. Luckily, I picked another guy who has written even more. So Greece on TripAdvisor, we have over 70,500 forum topics on the UK site alone. 180,000 reviews, 125,000 photos, so there's a lot happening in there. But there's this bloke who is from Oregon, US, Brotherly Love. Slightly questionable name, but there you go. He has done 12,128 contributions on TripAdvisor. He's mainly writing about Santorini and some other islands, but he's mainly about Santorini. And this is really, I don't know if anyone's here from Santorini, but excellent. But that's really exciting because this guy is sitting there in US and actually answering all the questions there are about the island. If you're a destination, go and have a look. How many destination experts do you have? Normally you have between 3 and 4. You can check how active they are and go and contact them. Say, look, you are already doing all this work on TripAdvisor. Would you mind blogging for me? Would you mind doing this on my site? We're very happy for you to go contact them. As a hotel, you can update your property listing, which means that you can actually write a description of your hotel. The descriptions that are there are not 100% accurate, but you can go and do this. You can post a video, you can submit an article, you can link people to your editorial articles, which is very important, because if you have some nice editorial information, people are still, even in the user-generated content space, interested in that. If you're a destination, you can put the badges, Traveler's Choice Destination, you can share information with travelers, you can actually put your email address, your website, your link, and this is, okay, I take Hedvig's point, this is free, but it requires time and effort, and it also requires that you know what to do. So I'm going to show in a second all my details, and please feel free. We have a great guide, whether you're a hotel, whether you're a destination, whether you're a restaurant, attraction. We've got great details of how to do this. This is important as a hotelier. Manage your reviews. Report a problem with a review. Look at this. Is anyone here from Novus City Hotel? No? Okay. Someone was upset about the Novus City Hotel because it was very noisy. No, the management, Angela Kakari, who's the owner of the hotel, has actually made an effort. This was in November, and responded. This reviewer was from Finland, actually, from Kuopio. But basically, they're basically telling that this is the historic center. It is busy, but we have double glazed, soundproof windows, and so on. There's another review that they responded saying there were some strikes happening, so it was noisier than normally. But these reviews are so important because read this. Create value, forget the negatives. This is the community self-regulating things. So they have read the negative reviews. They have stayed in a hotel and went like, well, actually, we loved it. What's with these negative reviews? So even if you don't monitor yourself if you have happy customers, they are very, very likely to go and monitor the reviews and make sure that if someone writes a negative review that's completely out of place, they'll go and help out. And last but not least, you can check out your competitors if you're a hotelier. Again, this is completely free. It's your owner's center. It just requires a little bit of your time. You can put all your competitive hotels there. You can track them month by month. You can track them year on year, and you can see how your hotel compares to the competitors on TripAdvisor. Obviously, this is all based on what's happening on TripAdvisor. But it's quite cool, because if you can see that consistently your hotel performs less than your main competitive hotel, have a look, go and visit them, see what they do, read the reviews, see what people are talking about, what are they upset about, what are they happy about. And what would the consumers like to see on your site? And this is based on UK, but UK being one of the really massive markets. Do they expect you to have a Facebook page? Not really. Do they expect you to have a Twitter account? Not really. Do they expect you to have online reviews of products and services on your site? Yeah, they do. And this is not just travel, this is the whole marketplace. So if you look at Visit London, you look at Barcelona, you look at the German tourist board, you're going to visit Scotland, these guys are already using TripAdvisor content on their site. And it's not just TripAdvisor content, there are a lot of other companies providing content that you can pull onto your site. And you can have them hand by hand. I mean, Hotels.com is using our content, so it's Last Minute. Expedia isn't. I mean, it varies from place to place. But Visit Scotland we didn't know this. They went and asked their consumers, what do you think? Is it good that we have the TripAdvisor reviews? Are they appropriate? Are they useful? And are they more likely to book their trip on visitscotland.com because they have a booking platform? 53% said yes. So Visit Scotland were like, okay, this really was a good idea, because it is scary as a destination or hotel chain to have our reviews there, because if you have negative reviews, you will have unhappy hoteliers. However, it will help them to make their product better if they start working with TripAdvisor. You can also post the forums on your site, collect some content, and you can contact me if you have any more questions. Thank you.
Perfect.
I saw him standing up.
You're so online, unbelievable. Thank you. The reason why I ask everybody who likes TripAdvisor, in particular the hoteliers, is because this is a very, very critical point. Helena knows that I'm a huge fan of TripAdvisor. I think it's the best channel that can actually help a hotel to build its reputation. Any questions from Helena before I ask you for things? Yeah. Katerina? While the microphone is coming, my competitor down the road is writing bad reviews about me. How do I deal with that?
Well, number one, that's illegal in EU. So number one, they're doing something illegal, and if they get caught,
and okay, it's illegal, but it happens. So what? What happens then? It
happens if you know it's your competitor, you should report it back to us. We also, every single review that goes online on TripAdvisor will be checked. So we go as deep as we can. We look at the path of that specific person who writes the review, where they're coming from in many ways, what reviews have they written before. So if they've written 20 good reviews of the OMB hotel and 10 negatives of the other hotel, it's quite clear, and on a space of very short time. So the consumer path or the reviewer path is very important for us. We have 42 million reviews, and we have to admit some unfortunately slip through. Luckily, we have a self-regulating community, but equally, you have to take the measurement in your own hands as well as a hotelier. Report back to us, you know, write as much information, respond to these people, make sure that you have the communication both ways. Because there's only about 8% of negative reviews on the site. It's not huge effort to go and respond to them and report them back to us. So we have all the measures we can for fraud. Some slip through, which we can't help, but
okay.
What would you do in that case?
Sorry?
What would you do in that case?
In which case?
In the case that you find out that it's
you remove the review.
10% negative here and 20%
Margarita, is that your phone?
Sorry?
Is that your phone? Please switch off all the phones. I'm amused with your ringtones, but really
Leave it, it's a nice song.
Okay, I'm happy to answer through that nice sound. What happens if a reviewer, a consumer, as we look at them all as consumers, if they have posted, if we can find that they've posted fraudulent content, they get blocked from the site. Yeah. We will know if they come back to the site. All the reviews they've written will come down immediately. So we have very, very strict measures, and some of you might have read recently in the UK press what's happened with some gentleman called Duncan Bannatyne. We equally block hoteliers if they post content such as consumers' details, phone numbers, and so on, because that's completely illegal. So we take very drastic measures, and it happens very, very fast. Believe me, I've seen hotelier emailing us and the reviews being down next day.
And I actually experienced that. We had a situation with Aquis.
Oh, yeah.
That one of our ex-employees from another company started writing reviews, negative reviews, using negative comments from different hotels, copy-paste from different hotels. And we documented all that. We sent it to Helena and the team, and all of those were removed immediately. But there are lots of things that are happening on TripAdvisor. Katerina, you had a question.
Hi, welcome to Greece.
Thank you.
I'm Katrina, Diana Hotel Zakynthos. You said we have to tell something
Please
about
do.
ourselves. I like chocolate. Okay.
With nuts or without?
Plain. So I have my story. I'll try to be tweetable and short.
Yeah.
Okay? Less than 140. So I live on TripAdvisor, I live on Twitter, I live on Facebook. I like TripAdvisor, I have no problem. I'm a hotelier. I respond to reviews. And based on the idea that people do business with people they like, know, and trust, I said, okay, I need to find a way to talk with my customers. Be neutral and give them directions and give them a way to trust me. So I decided, it's been a while now since I decided to post to forums. So there was a guy asking about beaches in my island and some kind of questions. I like that beach, what do you think? And I replied, I like the beach does that, some are more crowded, some are not. I did not advertise my company at all. My screen name, my photo, my face, and my bio. So there was a destination expert that got a little bit pissed off with this, and he told me that he will report me in TripAdvisor. So he sent me a DM telling me that, okay, that was a good post, good information you give to people, but be careful because your screen name is your company name. I replied, yes, I'm authentic. My name is Katrina, I represent my family company. That's my face. Don't bother, I'll tell TripAdvisor myself. So, what's your opinion about that? I mean, I face it today, somebody else will face it tomorrow.
Oh yes, and we're very happy for hoteliers and destinations to be active in forums, but we unfortunately get quite a lot of, it's mainly the small companies who then post links and say, don't stay there, stay here. So we filter forums very, very carefully, so we make sure that as soon as any links appear or anything that can calculate us or looked upon as advertising, it will come down. But there's absolutely no problem of any of you joining our forums and having conversation, because that's what your hotels will do anyway. Yeah. You have your concierge helping them what to do in a destination.
Yeah, actually, if I post in a forum with my the screen name is actually my company name and my name. Actually, I can add this. Is it legal to you?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's okay with you.
Yeah.
Tell him off.
I'm actually on the training I do for hoteliers for online reputation things. I'm actually advising them to do that, and it's part of they are demonstrating that they are contributing to the forum and the community, and if they get a little bit of benefit out of that, fine. I think what Helena is absolutely clear is that what you don't want is to say do not stay on that hotel and come and stay in mine. And I think we had a situation. How many people know a Mandina hotels in Glyfada that Dina Kaldis operates? And we had a situation where someone was posting vitriolic comments on a Mandina hotel 3 or 4 years ago, day after day after day. And I got involved on that as well. I had a look, and we were talking to Dina, and we turned around, and I said, we start questioning the person online. Say, actually, have you stayed in this hotel? Have you stayed in this hotel? Who are you? And then the guy admitted that he has never stayed in the hotel. So the forum and the community kick him out. And I think about 2 or 3 months ago, he disappeared totally from the forum. So I think, especially on the forum, especially on the Greek forum and the Athens forum. The Athens forum, actually you should do that. The Athens forum is meeting the experts. They are meeting physically every 2 or 3 months. They go out to the tavern and they have got a good night out. And it's absolutely fantastic. And they are self-policing the forum in a fantastic way.
And what I want to highlight, off the destination forums, all these people who are in forums, we don't pay them. They actually volunteer their time. I don't know how the brotherly love in Oregon has time to write 17,000 posts. We're very happy that he does. But the only thing they do, they get interviewed, they get chosen, and they might get a T-shirt or cap every 3 months. But there's no payment. They're not hired by us anyway. They have to guarantee they give an answer in 48 hours. So most tourist boards don't want to do this, but we still encourage them to take part in a conversation. And if they don't want to take part in a conversation, go type in your hotel name, go type in your destination, your company name, and see if anyone's talking about you in the forums.
Yeah.
It's free.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's okay. But just to end this, I'm okay with people not trusting companies. I'm okay. But there are companies that have the knowledge and want to do stuff about people going for holidays. So I would ask you to be a bit more careful about destination experts, because last night I couldn't sleep. I was pissed off, really, because it happened last night. And you know what? It seemed like the dog barking to the businesswoman, you know. So I just wanted your opinion.
Yeah, no, and any feedback you have on our destination experts, they get interviewed and we make sure that they know the destination well enough. But again, it is their opinion on the destination. So when we call them destination experts, everyone is aware that we are a user-generated content site. So if, you know, the guy who does the Finland destination expert guy, he's an American guy called John Finn, I think. He's brilliant. I mean, he's absolutely fantastic. He actually told me something from my home city that I didn't know. But, you know, obviously, you know, if you have any comments, feed them back to that person or straight to us. We've got our channels. So if you feel like someone is representing the destination and not giving accurate information, we'll find another expert, or we have a chat with them and so on. So it's very much a two-way conversation. That's what I'm trying to say in here. We are massive as a company, but we're very, very easy to deal with because a lot of the stuff is automated. My details have now vanished, but if you want my card, I'm very happy to give it to you. And if anyone wants our users' guides, which is all information you can put for free, please do.
Can I give you a little bit of homework? Please go on TripAdvisor on the forum and look for a guy called Nick Architect. He's the best person on TripAdvisor forum in Greece. He does a much better job than the Greek National Tourism Organization. Trust me. And I think the Greek National Tourism Organization should award him for the personality of the year. He's absolutely doing a fantastic job on your behalf, and he's a volunteer. He's an architect by trade, and he finds the time. He does incredibly good reviews. And Greece owe him gratitude. Thank you, Helena.
Thank you.